Does sitting wreak havoc on your low back? Are you one of those people that sits all day for work and every time you go to stand up, you have a lot of pain in your low back? Or maybe you complain about your low back being stiff all day and it's worse after work? If so, this video is for you. Hi, I'm Dr. Ian Putney from Wellington Family Chiropractic. Today I'm talking about low back pain with sitting and maybe some of the causes. And what I really want to talk about is a study that was done in 2010. It was in JMPT, and they evaluated people before and after a 4-hour stretch of sitting. And so what they did was they took a group of people and they took an MRI 4 times over the course of 2 days. So what they did was they took, on day 1, they took the group of people, they took an MRI, they had them sit for 4 hours without really getting up and moving around, so they're very sedentary. And at the end of that 4-hour stretch, they took an MRI again. On day 2, they took an MRI in the morning, they let the people sit, but every 15 minutes, they had to get up and bend forward for 5 seconds, bend backward for 5 seconds, to the right and to the left for 5 seconds in each direction, and then they took an MRI at the end of the 4-hour period. What did they find? For day 1, that group had significant changes in the height of the disc at L4 and L5. So in other words, the height of the disc had decreased, or the disc had actually gotten thinner just after 4 hours. Now, some of you, when you come in, you talk about, well, I've got a thinning disc or I've got degenerating disc. Well, this study might be very important for you. If you sit all day and you don't move around, they show just within 4 hours that the disc actually gets thinner. Now, it probably doesn't stay permanently thin, but throughout the day, you're compressing the disc all throughout the week when you sit, maybe at home or maybe at work, but a lot of us sit at home too. So does that cause low back pain? Well, it might. It compresses the joints. It puts compression into the disc. That can cause pain, stiffness, a lot of the things that my patients and you guys deal with. So what did they find on day 2? So remember, day 1, they didn't move at all every day. On day 2, they had to get up every 15 minutes and move around. What did they find with those people? No significant change in disc height. So just by getting up for 20 seconds every 15 minutes, those people didn't have a change in the height of their disc. So what can we take away from this and apply into our lives? Well, if you sit for work, you might have to sit 6 to 8 hours a day doing work. And then you get home, you're probably not on your feet constantly. You probably have to sit, you probably sit at that point. So we sit a lot. If you're not getting up and moving around, that is compressing those discs throughout the day, could potentially lead to more low back pain and problems in the future. So what do we have to do to keep our backs as healthy as possible? Same thing I always tell you, we gotta move them. We gotta get up and move around. And I know what you're saying, I don't wanna get up every 15 minutes and move around. Well, I'm sorry. It's only 20 seconds every 15 minutes. So we're talking about 1 minute and 20 seconds over the course of an hour to keep the disc healthier. And all you gotta do is bend forward for 5, back for 5, to the left for 5, to the right for 5. Just general movement helps preserve the height of the disc throughout your workday if you're sitting, and could potentially decrease your low back pain, keep your disc healthier, and make your low back just feel better throughout the day. It's worth it. When people ask me what to do, how do they combat sitting? It's easy. A couple easy steps are: 1, I talk about lumbar support, and 2, get up and move around. Set a timer on your phone. Just commit to getting up and moving around every 15 minutes to keep your low back healthier. Hope this helps, and I'll talk to you soon.